Das würde mich freuen.
Was there any psychedelic music you were listening to when you were recording Black Light?
There is, yeah. There's a few compilations that I've got of like UK psychedelia.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's all band names. I've no idea who they are. You know, it's just sort of 40 tracks on each compilation and just all recorded in kind of one mic studios in Brighton. You know, but it's great. The attitude of it is great. But yeah, kind of if you're going to buy psychedelic music, you've really got to buy some here.
Here at Amoeba Music in San Francisco with Tom and Andy from Groove Armada. We've got Tom here with some purchases. You've been shopping today?
I have. Well, this just caught my eye here actually. It's very good. This is Radio Slave, who are fantastic DJs at the UK. This is Fabric, which is, they do the great combination series, and Fabric is still the premier nightclub in London. It's still the only place to go if you want to pay.
Okay, well, first up, it's a bit of David Bowie. And the story behind this one is that there's a record called Low that was a real big influence on our new album. It was playing all the time, and I heard that it was part of a Berlin trilogy of Bowie albums. And I took some in-store advice actually, and I was informed that the other two were Heroes, which I've got, and Lodger, which I've never heard of. So I'm completing the picture.
What about Low influenced your current record?
Well, it was that kind of combination, because it had like Brian Eno playing keyboards, Visconti was producing it, and it was that combination of like a great rhythm section and electronics, and obviously great songs as well. But that combination is kind of what we've been doing on the stage for a long time, but we've never done it in the studio before, and that was kind of an inspiration to go and do it in the studio.
Sweet. I can't think of a better record to take inspiration from. It's pretty awesome.
I mean, I've gone on much more of a sort of classic vibe.
Yeah,
really.
buying some vinyl.
I've been indulging my love of Blue Eyed Soul, which is a bit of a guilty pleasure. So I bought Daryl Hall 12.
I'm a family man, and my pocket's much worse than my fights. Yes,
I also got Scritti Politti on the same tip.
Excellent.
And there's one more, Boz Scaggs. So that was kind of one place I'm going. I've kind of got a dream to do a Blue Eyed Soul comp. It's kind of new obsession of mine at the moment. So Michael McDonald, Boz Scaggs, Hall & Oates. So
is there some kind of influence on the Groove Armada's music in that vein, you think?
There's probably not. I mean, there's actually more than that. There's this guy is here because he sings on the album.
Oh, I'm feeling swept away.
And I saw that we were talking about Brian Ferry. There is a collaboration on your newest album.
There
How
is,
did
yeah.
that come together? How did you get together? With
It came through his son, and we just had a few dinners with him, and he seemed to sort of like our vibe. And this is the first collaboration he's ever done outside of Roxy. I mean, he did a thing with DJ Hell recently, but this is his first official collaboration.
Sweet. That's
so
nice
quite an
little,
honour.
Feather in your cap.
It is, definitely is.
And the next one is more Bowie. The reason for this is Bowie at the BBC, or Bowie at the Beeb as it's called. The reason for this is that we did a session at BBC's legendary Maida Vale studios last week, and it just sounded amazing. You know, we just set up as a live band and played, and the sound was killer. So given that, there's 38 recordings from 68 to 78. There's got to be some nuggets on here, because the boys in white coats at the BBC, they know what they're doing, you know, so I'm pretty excited about that one as well.
Chromeo, brilliant, like a band I really like. I kind of, they're a bit daft, but I like them. We put them for our festival, and they always do great comps. They just really know their music.
It's easy to know when I love someone like you.
I don't know, the fact that it's got Leo Sayer on there is just so intriguing that I just thought I'm having that.
This one was those great kind of random moments that you only ever get in record stores and can never get on the internet, which is, this was just a big tune when I was going out when I was 16, 17. And I'd totally forgotten about it, and I saw it, and my heart leapt with memories of skullduggery in Leeds, as it was at the time. So I just thought I've just got to get that.
XTC, I just think, very underrated band.
It's raining on the beach.
I've never even seen this album before, so it's probably really bad if I've not seen it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No?
Yeah, I think you like it.
I don't know, I think at $2.99, I thought that was a bargain.
Absolutely.
And then it gets weird. But this was, I went for my traditional trip to the Psychedelic corner, which I do enjoy. I'm really getting into that kind of 60s psychedelic sound of it, just the sound more than the song. It's just great, the rawness of it and the sort of that reverbed out crapness, you know, it's great. But this guy's, I think he's more on the sort of computer end, but Tangerine Dream often talk about this in interviews. It's going to be odd. I mean, there's 30 tunes on there, most of them about 48 seconds long, with names like Lied von der Brücke, so it's not going to be a chart success.
This is just a bit of disco. I love disco. This is a track called A Little Bit of Jazz.
Just a little bit of jazz tonight.
It's a real kind of loft David Mancuso classic. I haven't heard him play it about a month ago, and I've been trying to track this down for ages, so that's a bit of a result.
Excellent.
And this one, I really wanted the vinyl version of this one, but I want to listen to it on the road, so I went for the CD.
How can you keep me?
But you don't see it on the CD, but on the vinyl version, it was a psychedelic compilation. The guy who's compiled it was saying all the right things about how it's all about the groove. So it just had, there's going to be loops on here written all over it. So, so Forge Your Own Chains is in on that basis alone. And more psychedelia. This one, again, less so with the CD version, but on the album version, the sleeve made the Enterprise worth it alone. It's great.
Today I feel like nothing is.
You've always got the bonus ball. If it's crap, you can hang it on the wall. But yeah, they seem to be, there's a series of psychedelic comps, you know, American, Mexican, Latin American, blah, blah, blah. So again, from the blurb on the record, they seem to know what they were talking about. So it's, you know, America did psychedelic better than anyone else. So speaking of which, a big shout out to Brian Jonestown in their hometown. Apparently someone from Brian Jonestown works in this store, is that true?
That is true.
I'm honoured to be here. Because I saw the Dig documentary and absolutely loved it. And there's a track called Anemone, which has become one of my favourite tunes of all time. I mean, it's definitely in my all-time top 5 tracks. And I just got kind of general greatest hitsy type thing. But this is the album which has got that on it.
Excellent.
So I'm kind of hoping there's more of the same on there.
Human League Fascination. I've got a, well, there's a lot of that kind of, you know, that electronic sound is around. It's definitely bits of that and the black light stuff, and
Sure.
I'm a big fan of the Martin Ware production thing. So yeah, I thought I'd get that.
Keep feeling fascination, looking, learning.
And then on a similar tip, a Heaven 17 thing, which
Good stuff, for sure.
I don't know what it is. I don't know. Again, I've never seen it at all in my life. So that's the thing. It's a great thing about Amoeba.
It's got some classics on
That's
it.
it?
Temptation
Is that on there? Oh, great.
and
well, there you go.
Crushed by the Wheels of Industry. Those are both
Yeah,
great.
they're massive. So it's slightly random, kind of electro choice, but that's what I've gone for.
And this one, is the pressure's on you for this one. I got this purely because it was the staff recommended CD of the week. So I thought I'd find out what your staff are into. And of course, as I always do, The Heart Gets Left in San Francisco. I couldn't resist that. It's a great sleeve. Of course, it's a great tune. And I imagine with Tony on the mic, it's going to be a great version.
In San Francisco.
So that's a good little memento and something to play the kids to explain where I've just been. So I'm sending back bulletins from the road.
Perfect.
Well, the appropriate bulletins from the road. Yeah. And the last one, the explanation for this, Miles Pump Up the Volume,
Pump up the volume, pump up the volume, pump up the volume, check it out.
is that I'm reading a book at the minute by Bill Drummond from KLF called The Manual, How to Have a #1 Hit the Easy Way. I don't know if you know it. But it's a great book. But it's written in the late 80s. And he describes the Mars track, of course everyone knows the tune, but as really kind of epochal in terms of like the moment when people who were sitting around with samplers and machines on the underground, they suddenly realised that, you know, you could get to the top of the charts doing this stuff, and it was kind of the moment when it turned around for dance music. So I thought on that basis, I've never heard anything else off the album. I've only ever heard that tune, and I thought it was time to put it right.
Right on. Cool. Well, thanks for talking to us
Thank you very
today.
much.
Hope you enjoyed the team.
I did. Great, thank you. Cool.
Yeah.